Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this episode is the RB25DE turbo conversion part 6, and I hope this is the last episode. Alright, okay, so my gauge pod came in and I'm ready to install the gauges. So this gauge here is made by Autometer. It's very durable and the quality is good and fitment is on point. And so I'll leave the link on the description and you guys can check it out. Alright, so the only thing that I've found that I need to do is these holes are only 52 millimeters, so it only fit my AEM wideband and not my boost gauge, and my boost gauge is 60 millimeters, so I may have to trace out the outline and use a Dremel and trim it down. So that's the only thing, and it's not a big deal, but overall the pods is here and I'm ready to hook up the gauge. So before cutting and trimming, be sure safety is first. Wear your goggles so it can protect your eye. The outline that I trace from the gauge, so I'm going to trim it down to the first line, and if that's good I'll leave as is. If not, then I may have to go a little bit further down. Once the boost gauge it just slightly snug in there, that's good enough. You want that to be snug, not too loose as well. And so the wideband is just perfectly fit. So let's go test fit and see how does it look. This is how it look like. Test fit, excellent. So I have to drill a hole so that the gauge pod it can stay on the pillar. I made a 2-hole on the gauge pod, and Autometer says to use 3/16 drill bits so that the part that they provide a push clip that it will help to secure the pods to the A pillar. The gauge pod, they are secure and tight, and everything looks good so far. So I had the vacuum line running to the side here, and there's, I guess that doesn't affect anything. It doesn't have any kink or anything, so it should be okay. Now I'm going to place this EVC boost controller in this area right here. So I have I went and got some 3M Velcro. I'm gonna place it right here. The EVC is on. It's kind of flimsy, but it's okay. I'm happy with the result. The next thing I'm going to install is this 90-degree angle coupler, and the bottom side is 2 inches and the top side is 2.5 inches. So finally came in the mail, so let's go ahead and install onto the turbo. So this coupler is going to be going onto the top side of the turbo, just like that. Alright, I'm not gonna officially install it yet, but I'm just mocking it up. So this 90-degree angle coupler is gonna be with this 45-degree angle aluminum pipe and it will connect to the other side of the intercooler. So before I start putting the aluminum pipe, I'm going to have an exhaust heat wrap, is to prevent the coupler to get too hot. It's because it's too close to the turbo manifold. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it and with some locking ties on it. So I decided not to use the locking tie. If I do that, that's gonna put tension to the coupler. So once the coupler has tension, I won't able to put the coupler in. So I just finished wrapping and then install the coupler. Then it's holding with a hose clamp. On this side doesn't have one because I'm out and I have to get some more. And then I did install the intercooler piping, which I have to modify to cut to the certain measurements that I need. And so yeah, it's almost there. I'm waiting for another package, and that package is a coupler as well, and it's for my inlet pipe. That way I can connect my master airflow and my air filter. The package finally came through, so I'm going to go ahead and install this coupler. This coupler is going to be my inlet pipe. So the top side is going to be 2-inch and the bottom side is 3-inch. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and install it to the turbo. Now I got the coupler on, and then the next step is to measure this 3-inch aluminum pipe. I'm gonna have to measure what length that I need so that I can connect to my master airflow and the filter. Just finished cutting the two sections of the aluminum pipe, and hopefully this should do it. And there you have it. Everything is secure and tight. All the hose clamps are tight, and then I can move on to the next. Before I move on to the next, I'm going to add oil to the engine and add coolant to the radiator. That way I know I have fluid and the engine is ready to crank. Other thing is, when adding a new turbo, it's good to purge it. When you purge it, you want that oil to travel to the turbo. That way it keeps the turbine lubed up. So I'm going to show you guys how to purge it. It's very simple. It's only 2 steps. And so before we do that, add oil, pour coolant, and then I'm going to show you guys how to purge it. I have oil in the engine and coolant in the radiator, so I am set to go and ready to purge the turbo. So for RB20 and RB25, the first thing you're going to do is unplug the crank angle sensor. So go ahead and unplug that. And the second step is go to your fuse and look for fuel pump. Alright, so yes, that doesn't help me a lot because I can't read Japanese. So I checked online. It says that 15A, that is the fuel pump. I'm going to remove the 15 amp fuse. That's for the fuel pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. Alright, so got the 15 amp out. Make sure the negative terminal is plugged to the battery, and then let's go ahead and crank the engine. Got done purging the turbo. Let the engine crank to 30 seconds and that should do it. There's no sign any leaking oil or coolant, so that's a good sign. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is this. This is the last piece of the puzzle of the turbo conversion. What I have here is the Apex-C Power FC computer along with the FC commander that controls the whole unit. And this unit here is the old school standalone and it still does the job, so I'm all good with that. So as far as my engine, everything's still stock injector, stock massive airflow. Again, it's a non-turbo high compression with a turbo now, so I would like to stay safe boost as possible, around 7 to 8 pounds. So hopefully to see 280 horsepower, and if the tuner said I can bump it up to 10 pounds, close to 300, that's even better. You know, I can't complain. So also in the future I would like to double that number. That will require more modification, and this standalone, it will support that too, so stay tuned on that. In this episode I'm not going to install this unit because I don't know much about tuning, and I don't want to take that risk of installing and something short wires or whatever, you know. It's going to be a disaster. So I'm going to leave it up to the professional. And so yeah, I'm going to end this video here. If you guys watch it to the end, thank you. If you guys like this video, hit that like, subscribe and share. That will help me a lot. There are some new subscribers, and thank you for support, and keep watching. And I hope that these video will help you guys, and hope you guys like what you guys see. And I'll try my best to give you guys better content, not just fixing cars. Maybe, you know, go more to car shows, or you know, anything that with cars. So keep this channel more interesting. So I'm going to end this video here, and the next episode is going to be tuning, so stay tuned on that one. All right, see you guys next time.